All right, all right, all right. We are back here again on the Wealthy, Healthy, Happy show. We are on day number 9 of the Mindset Makeover Challenge. We've got our special host here, Mr. Beedles. He is trying to connect. I see him here. I'm sure he'll be here in just a second. But we're just doing this thing like we normally do. Day number 9. We're not going to stop. Yes, it's Thanksgiving, and we give thanks and praise and see the family and all that stuff today. But we wanted to start our day off right. Some of us are going to be going to see that family. That we got to get our mind right, even for our family. So we're going to keep this thing going even today. And so basically what the challenge is, we call it Mindset Makeover Challenge because we are being intentional. We are focusing on that one dominant goal that we have for ourselves, that one thing that we want to do, we want to create, we want to accomplish. And we are being positively focused on that goal for 30 days straight. We are creating some new habits. And so this idea, this challenge itself comes from The Strangest Secret in the World by Mr. Earl Nightingale. What's going on, Mr. Beatles?
What's going on? What's
Boy,
happening?
thanks
What's
for
happening,
doing it.
everybody?
Yes, yes, yes. And so we want to listen to this thing every day. It's only 30 minutes a day, 30 minutes to change your life. And we're going through this thing. So we're on day number 9, and we are super excited. So Mr. Beatles, I woke up this morning feeling pretty good, brother. I woke up feeling pretty good, feeling great. Not just
Hey,
because it's Thanksgiving, but I actually wanted to talk to you about a couple things. And I
okay,
know that we're going to be talking about acting as though they're impossible to fail. But man, when I
right.
went on this morning walk, it's important. I think you get out, go on a walk, or do something, of some activity when you wake up. You get your body, your juices, your brain, and stuff flowing.
That's right.
Um, it came to me, man. It said, like, man, like life, this thing called life, man. This thing, this journey that we're on, from beginning to the end. One thing that came to me, man, was that life. Ooh, in the background. Oh, what's that? That I don't know what that is. Anyway, it says that life is a study. Life is a study. And so when I thought about when that thing came to me, I said, "Man, life is a study." I started thinking about all the things that you examine over time. For
Hmm.
example, like as you grow and develop, your body changes, and so you might eat different things. And so you ever ate something you were like, "Man, I used to love this thing, but now this thing doesn't necessarily sit with my stomach well anymore."
Milk.
Yeah, milk, right? But maybe there's some other thing, even milk. So we just say milk, right? So then milk
Yeah.
turns into, well, I can't eat ice cream the same way I used to, or maybe the
Oh my
same
God.
type of ice cream. I can only eat like sherbet or frozen yogurt or something, right? And
Right, right,
so
right.
when I talk about this thing that life is the study or this examination, it was like, man, I used to love this, like milk, for example, or just say ice cream. I didn't really love milk, but I used to love ice cream.
Mm,
But then, because I loved it so much, it was hard for me to let it go, even though my body would tell me, you got to let this thing go. For
right.
what I used to love hot wings, like super hot wings, but I can't eat super hot wings no more.
Man,
And even though, hey,
what's going on, Sci-Fi Funk?
how you doing, sir, Mr. Payne? So I was like, man, life is a study. You can jump in a hot seat if you want, Mr. Payne. We just kind of going through some things. I was like, man, life is a study. Like I examine now what I can and cannot eat. And so when I think about Thanksgiving and going to, eat, there's going to be certain things that I just can't eat. Even though I want to eat, even though my eyes say, hey, that look good, I
Right.
know what that impact is going to have on my body. And I also know that I can't overindulge anymore, right? Because I know that's going to have an effect on me for the next 5 days if I just sit here and eat all of this stuff, you know, during Thanksgiving. And so, I had to examine not only what I do, but also the effect that I know it might have on my life. And so that kind of gets me into the mindset makeover because there's certain things that I have to examine what I'm putting not only in my mouth, but what I'm putting in front of my eyes and what I'm putting in front of my ears, or letting my ears be around. And
Right.
when I went to bed last night, man, and I woke up this morning, man, I was thinking, man, why did I wake up feeling so good? You know, and one of
Right.
the reasons why what I realized is that everything a lot of us say that nothing some things just don't matter, and I believe now that everything matters, right? Because everything has an effect on everything. So the way
Mm,
in which I went to bed last night had an impact on the way in which I woke up. In other words, like I remember days when I would go to bed, you know what I'm saying, watching YouTube or watching TV, and I realized how I woke up. But last night I went to bed with nothing. I went to bed with my thoughts. I went to bed with a book. I went to bed like consuming something to have on my mind. And now I woke up with an idea. I woke up feeling great. I woke up ready to jump out of bed. And so I'm starting to notice these little nuances about things that have an impact on my life and things that have an impact on me in certain ways because I'm examining the effect that some of the things are having on me. And so that's
Right.
I mean, life is a study, man. I just bring that up. I don't even know why I'm talking about it, but man, I'm just like, wow, once you start to pay attention to the way that certain things, your life itself has an impact on you, how you are influenced. I mean, you can literally change your life overnight.
Absolutely. And I think what the big thing that stuck out to me, man, is consciousness and being aware. And both of those, they're synonymous terms, right? So consciousness and awareness are the lights to are the lights or the keys to your success. And so the day that you open your eyes, right, the day that you finally say, man, I finally can feel, I finally can see, I finally understand, I finally know, that is the day that you truly have examined who you are and you are present in the moment. And being present in the moment allows you to understand the effects the environment has on you, but also it also allows you to understand what you've been giving off to the world. So when you say something very poignant, like, what you put into your body, what you allow to come through your filters, right? So if you think about all of the stuff that we put in our body, all the stuff that we listen to, all the stuff that we eat, the stuff that we touch, the stuff that we experience, all of that stuff has an effect. And until we become conscious, we become our success is at default to whatever it is that we're experiencing, because we're not living on purpose. And so again, you brought up such a really, really good point. And that point is that, man, I am doing stuff more on purpose. And the more we start understanding that if we just take control of the wheel, right? If we just take control of our lives, there is so much that changes about ourselves. It's like if you go on a diet, for instance, you say, I want to go on a diet and I want to transform the way that my body looks. We all understand that there are a few things that have to happen. Well, the first thing is that you have to decide what you're going to eat for the week. That's called prepping, right? I have to decide what I'm going to eat for the week before I get into my week. That's the first place that it starts. So now I understand the calories going into my body, the amount of protein that I'm taking in, the amount of carbs that I'm taking, and the total amount of calories that I bring in, and how many times am I going to work out. By just doing that, you transform the way that you live, and it becomes a lifestyle change. And that's what you're talking about today, man. Like changing your life and changing your life on purpose by being conscious about the things that you do. So super powerful.
Yeah, man. And so we got a couple people here. I see you, Steve. I'm sorry, Mr. Payne and Kenny. You guys can join us if you like, or share the thoughts, however you want to do it. We do have some open seats. This is just a day to give thanks. And so, yeah, that's what I woke up with this morning, man. And it makes me, when we start talking about being awake and being conscious, and really what we're talking about is taking control of your own life. You really can do that. You can take control of your own life. Hey, believe, inspire, and grow. Thanks for joining. You literally can take control of your own life. Big. That's what I'm talking about. Big, believe, inspire, and grow by no problem. Not a problem at all. That's fine, Steve. You literally can take control of your own life just by being awake, being aware of your own life. And so I really am like, man, that is awesome. Because we can do that anytime we decide. Hey, Kenny, how you doing?
How's it going, guys?
I'm doing
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to thank you guys. I've been listening the last few days, and I'm one of those goal setters. I'm really into like setting goals, getting things done, sub goals, daily goals. And I've been wanting to get my taxes prepared. I mean, it's not even January 1st yet, but like my taxes are a little bit rough sometimes. And I usually wait till April 15th. I'm that guy usually.
Right.
And, you know, you guys were motivating me pretty much to like get my shit in order before it was too late. So like yesterday I took the day and I prepped everything. So like now pretty much all I got to do is like bring it to my accountant and I'm done. You know what I mean? Like, and, you know, I give you guys a lot of credit for that because I've been listening the last few days and, you know, I was like, I'm just going to do it, you know, like I'm just going to do it. I'm not going to talk about it. I'm going to be about it. And I just went out and I took all day and I did it, you know, and
Man,
I started the day with you guys yesterday. So I just want to give you guys some props, you know, appreciate the motivation, you know.
Hey, I appreciate that, man. It's good to see that you're making a difference, man, and impacting somebody's life. So let me ask you this, man. How do you feel today?
I feel fucking amazing. I'm extremely grateful not having to look at all those receipts anymore. Yeah. Like, I'm so good, you know. I'm just gonna enjoy the day with my family, and that's what I'm gonna do, you know. Like, it's I got like now I feel like I have a burden lifted off my shoulder, you know. I can attack more things now. I can move forward opposed to like prepping for just something I have to do. I can actually be more productive.
Yeah,
you know?
man. Yeah, you man. Actually took the whole day to knock this thing out, which is phenomenal, man. Because it's, you know,
I ain't gonna lie, I was on Blab a few times.
Oh, that's
fine. But like, it was like a break. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it wasn't. But the key is that you accomplished it. You accomplished it, right? Instead of being that guy that waits till April 15th and then gets the delay or get it to the extension or whatever.
Believe me, I'll show you my couch. My couch is nice. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a nice couch.
Super nice couch.
I love my couch, let me tell you. And it's easy to just live on this thing all day. It's so nice.
Yeah.
But
oh man, that couch can be dangerous. That couch can be dangerous though.
Oh, it is. It's so dangerous.
Yeah.
I got
that couch can be dangerous. We just talking about that yesterday. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you right quick. That couch can be I mean, especially when you are an entrepreneur and you're working for yourself and you have this home-based business. We mentioned that a little bit yesterday. Now Evan had to change his environment. I know I've had to do the same thing. You know, like really dedicate space to doing business when you have a business as an entrepreneur. And it's so comfortable to wake up every morning and you got the slippers, pajamas on, and you got your cup of coffee, and you know, you're just hanging out, you're doing stuff during the day, you watch a little TV, some through the Instagram, you know, got to change up the environment, man. Get off that couch.
That's true. Yeah, it's very true. Like the same with the gym though. People are like, oh, I'm just gonna work out at home.
I can't do it.
Never happens. Yeah, you gotta change your environment. You have to. It's just never gonna happen. But I like that whole protein idea, like setting out what you're gonna eat for the calories and the carbs. Like I was like, that's a good idea. For some reason, that never crossed my mind. I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should try and do that because. No, I should eat better anyway. You know, I'll snack on almonds all day pretty much. And then I'll have like one of those like cheeseburgers at Burger King. You know what I mean? I'm like, well, I ate earlier good, you know, so I'm fine now. It's justification. It's so bad. It's so bad. But no, I just wanted to give you guys a little, some props and I appreciate you, doing what you do every morning. You know, people are watching and, you know, it's good stuff that you're doing, you know.
That's what's up. Tuning in, man.
Yeah. I'm gonna bounce out. I'm gonna start my day. I gotta pray, you know, hit my knees, thank God for the day, and move forward, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'll get it in. Cultivate that mind.
You know.
All right, man.
Thanks for stopping in. No problem. Take care.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Beedles, man, so today, I think you got a little echo, man. I don't know if anybody else was hearing that.
No, you see the echo is gone now.
Yeah, it's gone now. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So so what I'm learning is that when some people are on, like when we start getting multiple people on, depending on their speaker setting or whatever, like we can mute them out when somebody else is talking, and that a lot of times it'll eliminate the feedback.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So today, man, what we're talking about is the act as though it were impossible to fail. And now this is a principle that came through the Strangest Secret. And man, you came across that thing today. And you was like, yeah, that's what we need to talk about. So I said, yeah, that's what we need to talk about. We got to act as though it were impossible to fail. So obviously, we're talking about this goal that we have, this thing that we want to create, this thing that we want to do, be, or create, or accomplish. But that process of getting from where we are to where we are going, in that process, we have to act as though it were impossible to fail, because really it is impossible to fail, because you either win or you learn, and you don't fail until you quit. But you got to act as though it were possible to fail. You got to have faith, you got to have hope, and you got to believe that what it is that you're trying to do, be, or accomplish, that you already have it. Like it is nothing that's going to ever stop me. And so as we think about it, as we talk about acting as though it were impossible to fail, what do you have to say about that?
That is, that's the main reason why you do your goal setting, and you set your goals, you set your vision into the future, because knowing that you're going to run into obstacles, knowing that you're going to run into challenges, knowing that the life lesson is really what brings out the wisdom in what you are doing. It prepares you, the process prepares you for the promise. And I really woke up with that on my heart this morning, man. And then as I was listening to The Strangest Secret, as he was talking about acting as though it's impossible to fail, it just resonated with me. Like, yes, that's exactly what it is, because we have these trying moments, and in failure, most people quit, and it's natural to do so. You know what? It doesn't feel good. You know what? I don't like this. I skipped my knee. I fell off the bike. And most people will never try it again, but it is in you failing 19 times and then deciding on the 20th time that I'm gonna get back up and do it, and you actually succeed at whatever that thing was for you. That's success. And if you have kids, I would encourage you, I would implore you to allow them to fail, and talk about the goodness in sometimes getting a C, or sometimes getting the F, because it allows you to go back and review what has been done, understand where you failed, and then move forward.
Yeah.
Failure.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, guys.
What's up, Steve?
Yeah, nice to meet you in person. I was lurking, wasn't I? Lurking for the last few days.
There he is.
Yeah, I think it's a great message that you're putting out, and I just want to thank you for putting out a positive message for us all to listen to every day.
That's what's up, Steve.
I'm agreeing with you, man. And I'd wanted to add on the impossible to fail. Evan, you were saying if you don't quit, you can't fail. And, you know, even if the odds or whatever demotivates you for a while, there's nothing stopping you coming back days, weeks, months, years later. It's never over. You know, you just keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. No matter how old you are, no matter what your conditions are, no matter what what life you were brought up, whatever matter what lot your life is in, there's a certain thing, man, that I've just come to know, and you guys have probably experienced it in your life, is that the determined mind, the determined person can't be stopped. Right. And I remember this image of a determined person, and it was an image of being in a airport, and there's this person that is kind of coming through the airport trying to catch that flight, and they're determined, right? And so now they're getting everyone out of their way as they are going to catch their flight, and maybe their flight is taking them to their son, their daughter, whatever. But there is something about some of us that's being in this space of getting to that, that departure. But there's something about another person who is determined to be there. And because they are determined, because they know where they're going, life itself gets out of the way for the determined soul. And so that's why we're saying, hey, you focus on this one thing that you want to do, and that's got to be your burning desire. There is no way that you can fail because you are determined to get there, and life is going to cooperate with you because you know what you're asking for, and you are going there, man. So you got to act as though it's impossible for you to miss that flight. You're going to catch that flight. And you're going to accomplish whatever it is that you're looking to accomplish, as long as you have the burning desire to do it.
Yeah,
that's good. That's good, Evan. It's the universe is going to conspire. Is going to conspire around your goal, your dream, your aspiration, your definite major purpose, your DMP. The universe is going to do that. So when you cast the goal, right? When you say, this is what I want to do, and you do it unequivocally, and you do it with emotion, you do it with passion, and you wake up every single day and you say, I'm going to do something towards this goal. Something. I don't know what, something. You have to commit something to it. But as long as you're doing something towards it, the universe, it just seems to give you what you want. It's like the genie. It's like rubbing the genie. And the more that you believe that, the more that you understand that there is this innate power that's in all of us, and we have this connection to source. In understanding that, there's nothing that is impossible. Nothing is impossible.
I'd like to add to, sorry, guys.
Yeah,
I'd just like to add to that that yes, you have to balance things in life, but if you set your focus and you say, no, I am not going to do these other things. For example, TV, that's just not important anymore. That's a drag on my time. Right. I'm so passionate about finishing this particular project. You know, I watch the news a bit, but that's it. TV's out of my life. You know, right. I'm only on Blab here when I'm rendering in the background. Everything I'm doing is pushing towards the goal. And how can you be stopped? You can be delayed, but you can't be stopped.
Ooh. You can be delayed, but you can't be stopped.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey. So Steve, you made a decision, right? I mean, you made a decision that you were going to stop with your own distractions, whatever that was. You mentioned TV, and I'm the same way. I'm like, TV cannot be a part of my life. I spent so much time, or I've seen so many people waste their life watching TV, not going after their goals. And so I had to start looking at things that were distractions in my life. You know, TV being one. Social media also had started to become a distraction. I had to cut that down a little bit as well, so that I could give more time to my definite major purpose, more time to the things that I want to accomplish. And so you made some decisions about what it is that that you're going to go after, and that shows that you're determined to do it.
That's right. Because I don't know about you, but if you've got a burning passion, if you're not pursuing that passion at that moment in time, it hurts. It's annoying.
It does. It does. It does. I love that. And you know what's also what's dangerous about not following your passion is that it becomes dis-ease in the body, right? And it shows up in different forms. You know, for some people it becomes alcoholism. For some people it becomes laziness or lethargicness. You know, when you don't follow your passion, it shows up in other forms because you are not expressing your passion honestly. And so it morphs and it changes because the energy that is supposed to be flowing through your body is supposed to energize, renew you, but then also it is supposed to influence your community as well.
That's right. And I don't know about you, but I got to the point, I delayed for so long. I was a TV watcher. Okay. I delayed for so long that in the end, my body was hurting. I was physically suffering by delaying my destiny. So I've now dropped everything, and it's scary because you think, crumbs, if I fail. But then again, it's not really, because I said to myself, do I want to reach 50 and say I never tried? No, I cannot live with myself saying I never tried. You know?
Ooh, yeah. Oh, you about to get me started, Steve. So I said the same thing. I said to myself, I got to ask myself, right, that if I don't go for it, whatever that it is, if I don't go for it, then how will I feel if I never went for it, if I never tried, if I never attempted my dream? I don't think I could live with myself. at the end of the day, when all life is past, me sitting here wondering, man, what would life be like if I had went for it? Not only my life, but the life of my family, the life of the people that I'm connected to, the life of the people that are following me. How would their life be impacted if I don't go for it? And so I always want to be known as a guy that at least went for it. No matter however successful it is, I want to be known as a guy that, hey, he's going for it. He's giving it his all. He's trying his best, and he's going to go for it. I mean, because there's too many people that just won't go for it. So I think it's really, there's no competition out there because most people won't go for it. They have the dream, but they don't have the activity. And so I put that up as a new title. This came to me yesterday, that activity is the fuel for ambition. A lot of people have ambition, but there's no activity. So there's activity that is the fuel for your ambition. If you have ambition, you want to do something, but you never do anything, then you're just, again, you're a boy crying wolf. I want to do this, I want to do that, but every day you're on your couch. You're not doing anything. Activity is the fuel for ambition. Hey, Justify, how are you?
I'm doing great. Yourself,
man? I'm excited about Justify. Just do it. I'm excited about the Action Man getting on this morning because we are talking about activity right now.
Justify?
And who best to talk about?
You're not talking?
Ryan Brooks.
That's because Mr. Beedles is over there giving the intro.
I'm giving him the introduction right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
edifying. Mr. B, are you on
right now.
Periscope as well?
Go ahead.
And I hope it's not too. I don't even know what you guys are talking about. I see activity is the fuel of ambition, which is absolutely correct. I don't even know where to start. I just woke up. I saw that Beedles was on a blab. I was on my phone. He's like, "Jump in, get in." So I told my wife I had to get out of bed, and everybody's sleeping still. So I'm out back on the porch. But no, you guys are up early, taking massive action on Thanksgiving, not wasting any time while other people are sleeping in. You guys are taking action, getting on a blab and sharing your knowledge, which is, that's the awesome thing about Blab, is you could get on here and find like-minded people to get that energy and that fuel to go about your day, knowing that there's other people out there, right? Because too many times we're surrounded by people that aren't in the same mindset, right? And it's hard to gain that energy to go forward in whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish, just simply because I always say our environment is stronger than our willpower. So put ourselves in environments to succeed.
Yeah.
Right. And I think Blab is just an amazing format, along with Periscope, to fuel that desire to go forward. Because I get on Periscope and I'm watching all these people do it, and I got to make a Periscope. I get on Blab and I see three gentlemen like yourselves, early morning, Thanksgiving, taking action. Oh, I got to get on too. They're working when I'm not working. And it's not even like work when you're doing it amongst like-minded people, right?
Right. It's just building. Yeah.
It's just building.
Yeah, it's just building. And it does. And it feels great, man. And I was talking yesterday about consistency, and that being one of my drivers, one of my definite major purposes, is understanding that the idea, it grows when you have consistent action and activity behind it. And I've had some great ideas in the past, and I've had some marginal success when I found myself not being consistent. But the idea never leaves me. It always torments me, and I always have to go back and do it better. And so that's kind of where we are right now, man. Is just doing it on a completely bigger level, and then having like-minded people that I can share my ideas with helps me to stay accountable.
Yeah. Guys, it's been great. I'm afraid I've got to dash off again, but I'll be listening in the background. It's nice to meet you, Justify, as well.
Hey, nice to meet you, Steve.
Steve. Thanks for joining in.
Hey, so for those that don't know, again, we are on this day number 9 of the Mindset Makeover Challenge. If there's anyone in the seat that you want to connect to, just right above their name, just hit the little check button and you can follow them. That way, whenever they may do a blab or you want to connect on Twitter, connect with all these different platforms, you can do that. And why do we do that? Well, because we want to connect our networks to networks. He just mentioned like-minded people. Well, I'm connected to like-minded people that you're not connected to. so that if you connect with me, then my network will connect with your network, and then we can actually have this broad, big network of people that we can service, that we can provide for, and that we can motivate and inspire. And so it's really all about us connecting with each other, and then us connecting our networks with each other, and then that way we have that much more influence and that much more power to those that follow us. And so thank you so much, Steve, for doing that. Thank you so much for sharing. So Justify, man, it looks like you just waking out of bed, but it looks like you're about to go and work out or something. I mean, what's going on?
No, I just had to throw a shirt on, and I just threw anything that I grabbed. The first thing I was like, Beedles go. I didn't know how long you guys were going to be on or how long you guys were on, so I was like, I got to go do this quick. And I tried to do it on my phone. And I'm staying with a friend right now. I'm in South Florida. We're traveling for the holiday, and we're going down to the Florida Keys probably in about an hour here. And nice. I just threw on anything.
Okay.
Just to get on, so you guys, I had to take action.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta take action, man.
Yeah. My wife, I told my wife, I said, I got to get on a blab, and she's like, "What?" And I go, Mr. Beedles is on. She goes, "What? The Beedles are on?" I said, "Never mind, babe.
Never mind.
So,
forget it. Forget it. I'll be back."
Yeah. So I'm just glad I could get on. I didn't realize I know Anthony, that you've been on and doing a number of blabs. I didn't realize you guys were doing a 9-day challenge. How long is the challenge? How many? You're on day number 9. How many days you guys plan on
30.
doing this? 90?
30.
90?
And then we'll probably re-up. Oh, he's stretching it. Stretching the goal to 90, baby. Stretching it to 90.
So the deal is,
when is the time? When is the normal time? Is it this early in the morning every morning?
Yeah, we meet every morning at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Monday through Friday.
So here's the challenge, man. For those that have just joined, those who want to know, okay, what's this challenge all about, man? Basically what it is that it's a 30-day challenge. And what we do is we set one major goal, whatever that is, whatever we want to do, be, or accomplish, whatever that is that you're looking to do. That, I think, is the easy part. Here's the hard part to the challenge. For the next 30 days, you have to stay positively focused on your goal. 2 words, focused and positively. Obviously, I think it might be a little easy to focus, but maybe not. You got to have distractions in your life. But staying positive in a negative world seems to be where we were having a problem. We started this 30-day challenge over and over again. We started back in October, but now we're starting over because we said we got to have a medium that we can connect with, and Blab is that medium, that we can at least get our day started off right. Because most of us are going to walk into life and deal with these things that we hate or we discuss or we just don't like. Things like our job, things like our boss, things like that might get to us. And so we were saying that, hey, for the next 30 days, we will not allow ourselves to have one of those days. For the next 30 days, you cannot allow yourself to have one of those days. And so one of those days, we kind of give ourselves that pass sometimes, say, hey, I'm allowed to have one of those days. And we're saying for the next 30 days, we are not allowed to have one of those days because we are creating a new habit of being positively focused on our goal. And then obviously, as you get through the 30 days, then it's going to turn to 60 days, turn to 90 days, because now you're charging towards your goals. And we've already seen people have massive success in crushing their goals just through day 9, crushing their goals just through day 9. So that's what the challenge is. Justify. What's your name? Is it just call you Justify?
Ryan. No, Ryan. Sorry about that. I got to change that.
Ryan,
I just don't know how to change it. Action man.
Action man. That's what I call him.
So the reason he calls me an action man is because I'm an accountability coach. So I basically help people do exactly what you guys are doing, formulate their goals in a way that's positive and attainable, and then break it down into small actionable steps so that they can attain it. Too many times people want to, go through the alphabet. They want to go from A to Z without doing the in-between. And when you break it down into small actionable steps, and just do 1 or 2 things a day towards those things. Like right now, you guys have this challenge, and probably your goal is to do this. What? Get on a blab at 7 a.m. for 30 days straight. But if you would have said, hey, I'm going to do 30 blabs, and I'm going to do them, as fast as I can. You guys actually broke it down and said, and it's such a simple thing to do, but not a lot of people do it, is I'm going to get on at 7 a.m. every day for 30 straight days. Now, in my opinion, and I'm not, through experience, to put the word positive on every single day may be hard for people, right? That may not be attainable. And as I heard you speak, I thought to myself, the mindset is if they have a rough day tomorrow on day 10, right? They're surrounded by family today. For some people, that's going to be a challenge today.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
And
True.
their mindset may be like, wow, you know what? I got an argument with my dad over the turkey being overcooked. You know, and you know what? I had a bad day. And because I had a bad day and I wasn't positive today, I failed. And if I fail, then maybe I can't join that challenge anymore. And I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm just saying that's the mindset of people. They feel they failed because the parameters of the structure were so tight that now they don't feel as though they're part of the team anymore. We're all human. We're allowed to have these small failures. It's about how we get back on the horse afterwards. So we'll have the majority of the day being positive, right? Or shift the mindset when we're having a negative moment. Don't allow yourself to be in it. But they could have an entirely bad day, and that's fine, just as long as tomorrow you make it a good day again. As long as the 30 days, the positive outweighs the negative by far. Let's say you had 28 great days and 2 bad days. That's fine. Right. You know, so sometimes the structure as we set up our goals is to define. Somebody will get on a workout regimen. I have a client that literally just got on a workout regimen, and he's a big boy. And on his workout regimen, he goes, I'm going to do P90X. He's 6'4", 335 pounds.
Uh-oh.
Do you think he started his P90X?
He thought about it. He thought about
That's right, because it was way too much for him. You know what I told him to do? Go out and walk, drink water, and track your food. First 3 weeks, 16.5 pounds. Down.
Wow.
Because we made it small, actionable, and attainable.
And doable. Right. That's right. That's right.
It's doable.
Yeah.
So we want to do doable. And sometimes the structure, we do this to ourselves. We create it in a way that it's not doable. And then we say, well, that was too much anyway. And then people give up on what it is that they want to achieve.
So true. And so there's a so I'm working on a little bit of a formula, and that formula is very simple. It's plan, do, and review. Plan, do, and review. Right. So every morning you get up and you decide that, okay, here are the 5 things that I'm going to do. I have 9 daily disciplines that I am incorporating into my life. And I know that every day I may not hit all 9 of those, but the goal is to net positive every single day. That's my goal. My goal is to net positive every single day. And then for those areas where I did not do the thing, whether that was I wasn't grateful today, or I didn't hit the gym, or I lost my character for a moment, and I snapped on somebody. Not that I do that, but it does happen, right? So I look at those moments and say, okay, man, well, these things I did really well. These things I fell short. How can I better tomorrow? And asking that question, planning on getting better tomorrow, makes tomorrow a little bit better, and those incremental steps towards greatness makes you extraordinary over time.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Well, good, man. It looks like we all are kind of in that same space, man, of coaching, of holding other people accountable, helping them to achieve their dreams, their goals, their desires. I create my own destiny. You work, and he's the action man.
I got to get that T-shirt, the action man.
So here's the deal, guys, man. We want to thank everyone for joining, man. It is Thanksgiving morning, man. It is, and like you said, man, we could have just as easily said, hey, we're not going to do this on Thanksgiving. We're going to, sleep in. We're going to, take some time off. But no, we are committed to success. We're committed to making a difference. We're committed to making a change. And so we're waking up and we're saying, hey, regardless of whatever day it is, as far as the holiday is concerned, we've committed the next 30 days to get up at 7 a.m. And we're on the East Coast for those that are all over the world. We're in the East Coast in the United States. So get up at 7 a.m. every morning, to do this show, to start our day off with positivity, to connect with like-minded people, to make that difference that we all want to see, because many of us can talk about it, but there's only a few of us that are actually doing it. And so I want to thank everyone that's here, or everyone that's watching. Obviously, it's Thanksgiving, and so I'm thanking you for connecting with us. I'm thanking you for being up this morning, seeing something that maybe it was a tagline, maybe it was a topic, maybe you saw 3 dudes talking and you said, hey, I want to connect with them.
Hey,
Whatever it was, there was something that drew you to this blab this morning where you could have been connected to so much other junk. You came here and you shared with us, and so I just want to thank you guys for that.
Fantastic. And look, we're about to get off. We're about 10 minutes over. But we want to always say that if you want to connect, make sure that you this link will always be in Facebook. So connect to us by either Evan ERGJ Jefferson and or Mr. Beedles, and our link will always be up Monday through Friday. This is where we'll be, 7 a.m. in the morning. You can also go to wealthyhealthyhappy.net and listen to the link that is provided at the bottom. If you don't have the Stranger Secret on you, take that challenge and take it today.
Fantastic. And also there's a service that's provided as well for those that that need to break those goals down to actionable steps. It's a service that we call Future by Design. So if you're a person that's saying, hey, maybe I want to get on this challenge, maybe I want this goal that I want to accomplish and I don't really know how to get there, then this service is going to be good for you. And maybe you just need a coach that's going to actually be unbiased towards your success, is going to help you get there. Well, we want you to fill out that form, and we want to set up a free consultation with you so we can walk through how we can help you. And why is it free the first time? Because we want to find out whether we can help you before we charge anything. And then we want to know what your goal is, what your dream is, what it is that you're looking to accomplish, no matter how far away it is, so that we can actually help you package that thing and help you design the next 5 years of your life. That's really what it's about. We want to help you design the next 5 years of your life, take control of where you're going, put you in the driver's seat of your own life. And the way that you do that is by goal setting and having a roadmap to where you're going to be. Go ahead.
Oh, there's just a question over to the left that just popped up, so I don't know if you guys wanted to address that or not.
What is ambition? If people don't know it, can you tell us what it is? Oh, okay. So what is ambition, and can you tell us what it is the question. I'm going to leave that one for the action man.
Why are you leaving it to me? This is your guys' blab.
Boom, I passed it down. Boom, we both talked. Boom, right down there at the bottom. You're in the hot seat.
So my question to this person is I'm going to answer it as best I know how based on the question. So, I don't know if you're asking the definition of ambition or I mean, that you could probably easily look up. But ambition to me is that drive that allows you to get up every day, regardless of what's going on around you. When you're ambitious, you get up and do whatever it takes consistently, as Mr. Beedles talked about earlier. I just see. So it's just having that inner drive. For me, it's just like inner drive. Like, what's your why? Why do you want to do what you do? And I imagine you will do that on your coaching call if you were to connect with these gentlemen. They're going to find out what you want to accomplish, why you want to accomplish it, because at the end of the day, if you don't know why, if your reason for doing what you're going to do isn't deep rooted and deep seated enough for you to push through the barriers, like right now, these two gentlemen want to help a lot of people. So it doesn't matter if it's Christmas morning, it doesn't matter if it's Thanksgiving morning, it doesn't matter if it's their birthdays or their child's birthday. They made a commitment because they want to help people to get on here at 7 a.m. in the morning. Because they made that commitment and their whys are big enough, probably they want to help people so that they can help themselves and their families. But at the end of the day, the more people we help, the better off we'll be. Their whys are huge, and that's why they're here. The question is, what is your why? And if you figure out your why, you'll figure out your ambition, and your ambition will get you to the next level. I don't know. That's the way I see it.
That's good.
Yeah,
it's good.
Simply put, for me, man, ambition. For those that don't know, I would define ambition as the desire to see change. The desire to see change. There's something that you're doing that has something to do, or something that you want to do that has something to do with changing something, fixing something, or doing something. It has something to do with change. And a lot of times we don't really get that desire, that strong desire, until we are angry enough or passionate enough or whatever it is to see some type of change. Whether that's to get married, whether that's to have kids, whether that's to accomplish this goal, it has something to do with change in mentality, change in lifestyle, change in something. So ambition to me is that desire to see change in your life. Beatles?
I love it. I love it. All right. So my my DMP is to create the number one marketplace for growing people, the number one marketplace for growing people. So that's what that Wealthy, Healthy, Happy Network is. And what that means for me is that I have to, in order for me to do that, I have to get up every single morning like we're doing right now and do something towards helping somebody else. In doing that, it fuels me. And in order for me to help somebody else, I have to be better every single day. I have to be able to provide value. So when you think about ambition, think about what you are going to do to help somebody else. Allow that to drive you, and that may help spark the idea. So if you don't know what you're ambitious about yet, just get out and start helping people, and you'll figure it out.
Fantastic, guy.
He asked about a you know, would you help? So if you want to help people in podcasting, would I do that too? So to help people with podcasting, I don't know if you're going to teach them how to podcast or whatever you're passionate about, and you bring knowledge to the table, I would say work with that. Often people, because I do multiple periscopes a day, and people often say, how do you know what to talk about? Because I get into chat rooms like this and I continually read, every day I'm learning something, and I know if I'm learning it that day, I will sit there and use whatever I learn on this. Right now there's Blab. If I learn something, got a golden nugget here, I'm going to go share it on another platform. People often ask, what do you talk about? Whatever I just learned about that day. So I think if you're in continual learning mode and educating yourself, it's really easy to find things to talk about, because as you learn, you just help your audience learn and grow also.
Yeah, absolutely. You're basically, as you learn, as you do, it's that principle of, you know, I give because it was freely given to me, right? So that's just like us trying to figure out what we're going to talk about. It's just like, you know, whatever's happened in our life, we know that there are people that are connected to us, that it's happening in their life as well, or they can connect to it. So I give as it's freely given to me. That really helps me keep coming up with new topics, new things to discuss. And it's really not new, because there's nothing new under the sun. We're really just talking about some of the same things that have been talked about year upon year upon year. We're just putting our voice to it, and we're putting it in the now versus where it has been. And so it's fresh. It's not new, it's just fresh, and we're just refreshing it over and over again. So for you, man, if you want to do podcasting, man, I would say start podcasting. You know, you build it, people will come. So if you want to help people with podcasting, I would first say you probably need to do some podcasting yourself and show people that you can help them with podcasting, bring that knowledge and that experience, and then you know, invite people to do what you do. But you know, sometimes you have to show a little success before people believe that you can help them, right? So if I were to tell someone, hey, I want to help you with Blab, well, I've shown some success with Blab. So now I've established some credibility that I can actually help you do this. But if I were to just come out the blue, have 2 followers, and say, hey, I want to help you with Blab, and people are going to be like, well, what can you help me with? I got more followers than you. You know what I mean? So it's sometimes you have to establish a little credibility to show that you can actually help someone before you can go out and actually do it. So I don't know where you are in that process, but it seems like you have a desire to do something. But now we got to talk about where's the activity, because it's the activity that fuels the ambition. So where's the activity? Where's the podcast that you've already done? You know, how many people did you have viewing the things that you've already done? For example, if you've got stuff out there, but you only got 5 views, I don't know how you're helping anyone, right? Because most people are going to do stuff in order to have more people follow them or see them or be exposed to a bigger network. So what's your network like? Is that's something that you can leverage. If you can say, hey, I can help you with podcasting. I see that, right, Mr.
Yeah.
I want to help you with podcasting, and I've grown my podcast to over, 10,000 viewers a week. That's a little bit different, what I'm saying, of a conversation, right, than just saying, hey, I want to help people with podcasting. So sometimes, what you have already done kind of speaks for itself. They say your reputation precedes you. But that may be something for you to think about also. What have you done? What are you doing now? What type of numbers can you do? Can you provide, or stats can you provide to justify what you're able to do, or what you're able to help people with? Sometimes that's what it is. Hey, Mr. Beedles is fine, man. So you say, so justify. He's asking, but what about the bad people with bad stuff and killing people? What about them?
So if he wants me to address that, I mean, I wasn't going to address it. It's your blab, but this is what I was saying in regards to that. I can't control what's happening in other countries, right? And I don't think that's what this blab is about. This is about you taking action towards what you want to accomplish in this world, and not focusing on what everybody else is doing negative in this world. We talked about being positive on this, right? And the only thing you could really truly control on this planet and in this world is yourself. So if you could make a positive change in somebody's life, you do that. If you're focused on what everybody's doing around the world, and that's what the news networks and things, in my opinion, are having people focus on, then guess what? You're just becoming victim to society that way. Be a positive change in your world for the people around you and the people you could influence. You take action with what you have to offer this world, and you make your world around you immediately a positive place. And that's all we can do. That's all we can do. So, that's how I would address that.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You take control of what you can control. You take control. If you just do that every day, you wake up and say, I'm going to control what I can control. Is that famous prayer? God help me, to change, to give me the courage to change the things that I can, right? You take control of what you can control. And that's really what it's all about. You do that, make that positive impact, and then that's going to be your impact to the world. That's going to be, the serenity prayer. That's going to be your thing to the world. So, hey, guys, this is our time. Mr. B is trying to come back in, but, man, Mr. Take Action, Mr. Action, man, I want to thank you so much for joining us today in the hot seat, Mr. Kenny. Thanks so much. I want to see that. I want to see you wearing that couch out no more. Mr. Self Payne, thanks so Steve Payne, thanks so much for joining as well, and bringing your comments and stuff. We'll be back here tomorrow at 7 a.m. We do this Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. every day, man. We got to get our days started right, or get our evenings going straight wherever you are, whatever time you got going on. So this is Wealthy, Healthy, Happy People. This is ERGJ, your success coach and certified financial educator. We got Mr. Beedles as well, who is your independent business consultant that is here making a difference and making an impact. Thanks so much for joining in, and happy Thanksgiving. See you guys later.